Even though Dexter Resurrection is actively releasing new episodes, Dexter Original Sin received a shocking and unsatisfactory update, for which I am furious. Positive news has been the norm when it comes to the Dexter series lately. Both audiences and critics loved Resurrection. The show already appears to be getting a second season, and it appears like Dexter has found its niche again. However, one particularly distressing Dexter development in recent years has nothing to do with Resurrection. Rather, it is about Original Sin. The first season of Original Sin concluded with a nice tie-in to Brian Moser's story, and the Dexter prequel had a fantastic debut season. However, there has been a significant setback behind the scenes, and I am furious about it. Dexter, Original Sin was cancelled by Paramount even though it had been renewed for a second season. To be honest, I find that decision shocking, and I don't know why it was cancelled. I still don't believe in Original Sin, even though there were various grounds for its cancellation, such as the show's very low audience. The finale attracted 2.7 million viewers, whereas Resurrection's debut attracted 3.1 million. Even though it didn't get as many viewers as Resurrection, Original Sin was nonetheless a huge hit. Only Resurrection has eclipsed Original Sin, which at the time of its premiere was Showtime's largest debut season in a decade. We must also keep in mind that Original Sin earned about 3 million paid subscriptions to Paramount with Showtime, which is an additional $5 per month, because Dexter is a Showtime series. It was more difficult to sell Original Sin because it was the first Dexter series without Michael C. Hall. This was the kind of program that was meant to improve with each new season, but Paramount abruptly ended it. It also demonstrated that it would gain popularity over time, as evidenced by the season's explosive growth in viewership. As was already established, Original Sin Season 2 was formally renewed in March, which only served to exacerbate the situation. This feels like, and is, a huge rug pull, even if I understand that Paramount Global and Skydance are actively combining and that this process entails several cost-cutting and creative changes. One of the most well-known IPs from Paramount and Showtime is Dexter. Canceling it when the business needs money is undoubtedly a mistake. As a result, Original Sin was profitable for Paramount, had already been renewed, and was a huge hit with viewers, especially considering it was a new program with a new cast. In addition, it was one of the few successful shows on Paramount Plus that wasn't scripted by Taylor Sheridan. The others were Mobland and Yellow Jackets. Then it was cancelled by Paramount. I'm just as confused by Original Sin's cancellation as I am indignant about it. But what we're losing out on is more terrible than the confusing justification for Original Sin's termination. There was so much promise in Original Sin, and it's pretty much gone now. Although flashbacks would likely allow Patrick Gibson to reprise his role as Dexter in later Resurrection seasons, that would be a far cry from another prequel season. The fact that Patrick Gibson won't be able to take the lead in a Dexter show, even if he reappears in flashbacks, is among the things that frustrate me the most. Gibson deserved a few more full seasons to be the star of a program by himself, and he was ideal as young Dexter. The other members of Original Sin's cast were as outstanding and should have been given the opportunity to personalize their roles. From the start, the Dexter franchise has been establishing Original Sin and Resurrection as sister series. In addition to sharing graphic concepts and posters, they also made direct references to one another. For the foreseeable future, it seems that we would be treated to stories of Dexter raising Harrison in Resurrection and Harry raising Dexter in Original Sin, but now we won't. The fact that Paramount has terribly misjudged fans is, in my opinion, the worst aspect. Although Michael C. Hall is an amazing actor, fans prefer the character of Dexter to the guy. We were interested in his early years as a murderer and how he managed to remain undetected. We were interested in learning more about his techniques, his time at Miami Metro, and everything else that Resurrection is unable to provide. We won't have that without Dexter Original Sin.